Gotta say my prayers, roll down the covers, kiss my wife goodnight. Going fishing in the morning, gotta catch. Going fishing in the morning, I gotta catch. Going fishing in the morning, I gotta catch the early light.
Now let's go to one of the great friends of the Jackson Hole One Fly, the Mr. American Sportsman and probably the greatest sports broadcaster of all time, Curt Gowdy. He was visiting in about the second or third One Fly and said, you know what, this would make a great little TV show. And a friend of his, Larry Schoenborn, who had a program called Fishing the West, joined him the next year. And it was Curt's job is to tell him about the One Fly. He and Larry had their own little One Fly, and it was captured on film. Take it away, Curt.
This week, Fishing the West with host Larry Schoenborn takes you to the eastern Idaho border and its upper Snake River, near the town of Swan Valley. Commonly called the South Fork, this stretch of the Snake below Palisades Reservoir flows through an agricultural valley of magnificent scenery. The Big Hole Mountains frame its eastern horizon, eagles and moose inhabit its valley, and native Snake River cutthroat rise to abundant hatches. Averaging 14 to 17 inches, with 20 inches common, these wild cutthroat in their natural surroundings make the South Fork a favorite with fly fishermen nationwide. We'll be fishing today with America's most well-known sportsman, Curt Gowdy. Curt and Larry are guided by South Fork Lodge operator and Idaho native Spence Warner as they share some friendly competition in the prestigious One Fly contest at Jackson Hole. Together they float some of Spence's favorite drifts, and with Curt and Larry limited to one fly for the day, the South Fork's oversized trout keep their offerings in constant danger. We'll be right back.
I've never fished this One Fly. This would be a real treat. I guess you fished quite a few of them.
Well, I've fished the last 4. I remember one year, one of the days was a snowstorm all day.
Oh.
Some of the fellows came expecting hot weather. They froze to death. It was good fishing that day. But this year, they're going to fish 2 rivers, the Snake, which goes through Jackson Hole, and the South Fork of the Snake that we're going to fish today.
Great.
This holds some big cutthroat trout in it, but you're going to like it. The thing in this tournament is don't lose your fly.
Oh, okay.
You're out. You can go ahead and fish, but you can't score any points.
Yeah.
And fellas use heavier leaders, and they fish much more cautiously.
Right.
Instead of getting into some of the pockets they normally go to, they, there's logs and things. So that's the challenge of it. Don't lose your fly. I super glued
up a few flies. We'll have to have Spence pick me out a hot one here. Spence Warner is supposed to be one of the best guides over here.
Good. Well, you're going to enjoy it. There's a lot of, in the South Fork, there's a lot of cutthroats, 15, 20 inches.
Well, what fly are you going to use, Curt?
Well, I've fished this river about 6 times, but fishing for fun. And I used all kinds of flies, muddlers, dry flies, had some awful looking stuff, you know, yuck bugs and all that stuff, but I'm going to leave it to Spence. He's on the river every day, and the river changes. So he knows what's going on right now. What about it, Spence?
Well, Curt, some of the guys and I have been talking this over, this one fly contest, and we've come up with a pattern that Joe Bear has tied. He's one of my guides. It's a variation of a Madam X, and it's a very tightly tied fly that won't come apart on you. It could imitate either a grasshopper, a stonefly, or a stonefly nymph.
Got the rubber legs.
Got the rubber legs, and I think it's going to work real well for you.
I've heard about the Madam X. I've never fished it. We'll try it.
I brought a couple of those, and I was thinking about that, Curt, but we better keep them honest, and I better use something different, huh?
Yeah, you use something different.
What should I try?
Let's take a look at your box.
Well, I could use anything. I did super glue up a couple of grasshoppers, a couple hatch patterns, and a muddler.
The hopper's a very good pattern on the river right now.
Okay, use this dark job here or lighter?
I think the darker one will do you a little better job than the lighter one.
Got a little wind coming up, Larry. It's going to blow those hoppers in the water.
I've got that super glued a little bit.
Okay, all right.
That's fair, isn't it?
That looks good.
All right, super glue?
Yep.
All right.
Yep, that's fair.
What else you got in there?
Well, some of the other flies that work well on the river, here's a stimulator, and it's a stonefly imitation. We have about 6 variations of stoneflies coming off on this river. Another good pattern on the river is mayflies, and the PMD is probably the most used mayfly on the river. That's a very good fly on the river. Some of the other patterns we use are zonkers. Here's an olive zonker. It's one of the favorite colors of zonkers on the river. Now, no new pattern we just come out with this year. Joe Bear tied this one also, is the Super X. And this pattern works real well just ahead of the salmon fly hatch.
Fish it down.
You fish this one wet underneath the surface. We've caught real big browns with this pattern this year.
All right.
I'm all tied up and ready to go. Old arms ready to... Don't forget to get in, Larry.
That water's not really cold.
Which bank you going to fish?
I think we made a good decision.
Let's go down this right side here.
Okay.
Made a good decision not to fish with waders, I think, Curt.
Oh, yeah, it's going to get hotter today, and we'd be sweating it out.
Well, this is Idaho. I'm surprised you fished 6 times out of Wyoming for trout.
Well, I like this. I like this river. It's got some bigger fish in it. And it's only an hour from Jackson.
That isn't gonna work. Yeah, it is close to Jackson.
We'll be back with the American Sportsman Curt Gowdy after this.
Well, this is the first year they've had you fish on this branch, right?
Yeah, I've fished the one fly 4 years in a row now, and they let one member, there's 4 members to a team. I think they got over 30 teams in this year. It's become quite a famous tournament now, and it's a fun tournament. You get a lot of great fishermen come here, and the guides, and it's really a fun weekend. That's what it's all about. But they've arranged for one member of each team to come over here and fish the South Fork, and the other time you fish the Snake going through Jackson. And I think it's a good idea.
That fly here is a little easier to see, Curt.
Yeah.
There he is, big fish.
Ooh. That's what they're doing to me.
Yeah.
That was a big fish. Gosh, that's the 3rd big fish.
There's another one.
That one I got.
Hey, we got it.
That one I got. It isn't quite as big, but it's a counter.
It's a counter. We'll have to get over here and measure it.
Okay.
I'll just pull the boat over.
Gosh, that looked good, huh? Well, I might have picked the right fly, Curt.
I think you did. I haven't looked at this Madam X. I don't think it's too beautiful.
I might have picked
Have faith, Kurt.
She's
It's
not
gonna
very
work.
the right
attractive.
one.
Come on, Larry. Put
I
the
think
wood
he-
doing. Put
I
the
think he
wood doing.
sees you, Kurt. If you just look the other direction, he'd probably come in.
That's a nice cutthroat.
Yes, it is.
These are beautiful fish. All the spots, they got that red slash underneath the throat. Look like their throats have been cut where they got their name.
They're your
And,
native fish, aren't they?
Yeah, they're indigenous to this area. Yellowstone, the Snake and Jackson, this river. Yeah, they're native, aren't they, Spence?
Yeah, these
These
are
are
all-
no hatchery fish.
These are all wild trout here.
Yeah, that's what you want to fish for, wild native trout.
Oh, look at those cuts, huh?
Yeah,
Hey, I scored.
Okay.
I'm on the board.
that's a nice one.
Fat fish.
It is really a healthy bugger. Too bad we don't get points for depth, too, on that guy.
They're beautiful.
That's a 15-incher.
All right, I'll settle.
Okay.
Good job.
He's swimming off. So
Well,
he's
get
okay.
your line in the water there, Kurt.
I think I'll pull out in the current and let you cast back again.
All right.
You born in this country, Spence?
Yeah, I was born in Idaho Falls, 1949. That's the same year my dad purchased the original South Fork Lodge, which is about a mile above where we're located now.
Come on, come on.
Right there.
That should be good in there, but it wasn't. Now, you fished here as a kid, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
All right, now, I always ask this wherever I go. How do you compare it now to then?
Well, you know, all the old timers say there's no comparison, but I think we reached a low about 8 years ago, and that's when they implemented the slot limit on this river.
Yeah.
And it's really come up since then. We've always had a large quantity of fish, but what the slot limit has done is brought up the quality, the average size cutthroat. We now average between 14 and 17 inches.
You know, I remember when I was a boy, when we lived in Cheyenne, I must have been 9 or 10 years old. We drove to Jackson Hole. Seemed like it took a week to get over there. And there was only a boardwalk and one little hotel there, a town of about 500. And all I remember about the fishing was I couldn't get the trout in the creel. The tails hung way over.
Yeah, I remember some trips like that with my dad. Coming up down here, we got a little trough over near shore. It's kind of a shelf out of ways and then a nice deep trough. So you want to get that fly in that little trough.
Right against the shoreline?
About 2 feet out from shore. You want to get right in that little trough that's going down through there.
Right there, you mean?
Yeah, right there. One thing my dad did when I was a kid is he managed to go fishing every day. And I was usually with him.
Somebody told me you went to Utah State.
Yeah, I was an Aggie there. Had a lot of fun at Utah State. Oh, fish on.
Hey, good going, Kurt.
Merlin Olson went there. I did some football games with Merlin. He's a great guy.
In fact, I had him on the river last year with us, and I went to school with his brother Phil. Played some ball with him, took him up elk cutting a time or two.
About a 10 or 11, 12 inches. Points on the board. They're all pretty though, aren't they?
Pretty fish.
You bet.
Yeah. Stop. Okay. Fly loose.
Keeps you going to have
Madam
the,
X came right out, 11 inches.
keeps
11,
you going to
huh?
have the amount of action we're having anyway. We're having a lot of action, Kurt.
Madam X is working.
So far it is. They don't go dead on me.
We'll return to Idaho's South Fork Snake River for more September native cutthroat after this.
Nice fish rising right here in this back eddy, where the back eddy hits this main current, right where the suds are. Just came up.
Right in there?
Yep, right where the suds. That's it, just let it go right. See, there's another one come up right here.
Oh, that looks
down
good.
in there?
Yep.
That looks good.
Down in these bubbles?
Yep. And maybe a little bit to your right, too.
Yeah, I'm surprised we didn't get one out of there.
I am too. Mike Jacobs was a famous promoter at Madison Square Garden. Used to, you know, in the days of Graziano and Zale and Ray Robinson, Sugar Ray. He runs into this fight manager. They say, I see that kid of yours that was a flop has sort of come back. He's on the semi-final card tonight. He said, what's his problem? He says, can he hit? He says, you ever see a Missouri mule kick a brick wall down? This guy's got a right hand like a Missouri mule. How's his left? He says, it's like a Texas rattlesnake. But can he move? He says, that ballet guy, that Nurif or Neri something, he said, he just dances, he's beautiful. He said, well, what's the matter with him? He said, he can't fight. The fly looks good, the cast looks good, you can't fish. This might be the muddler day, I don't know. Huh?
It's possible.
They're not coming up.
I just think that
Could be a hopper day.
once they do, though, I think we're going to have some hot and heavy action here. There he is, Kurt. Aha!
Oh, good going, kid.
All right. Hey, that's a day.
Whew. Bigger than the average bear there.
Yeah, that's a day. Pull him right down here and
Okay.
get him out of the current.
Still above you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's running up the river.
Oh. There
Going
you
down
go.
river. Well, we'll take him down the next hole.
This guy has got ginger in his tail.
Yeah, it's neat. We still got our same flies left
He's
here,
a
huh?
Chinese cutthroat. He's got ginger in his tail. Look, I don't want him under that log. Ooh.
Where's he going now?
Oh,
He's come off.
got in that strong current and yanked the hook out
Oh,
of
he
his
was
mouth.
going for some brush there.
Did anybody ever see him?
Yeah, I saw him.
A hybrid? Sure could have been.
Must have a little slime.
Oh, there he is.
Hey, good going, Kurt.
All right.
That's a big one, too.
Yeah, that's a nice
That's
fish.
might be the fish of the day there.
No, I don't think any bigger than yours.
When they wallow around like that, they look pretty big.
He just sort of came up real slow for him.
Yeah, they're coming up slow today.
I think they're starting to feed, though, maybe.
They're just starting to turn on, I
We're
think.
getting hot.
Think he's about ready?
Not quite. Come on, baby.
Oh, no, he's not ready. Don't horse him too much. Let him run a little.
He's trying to get out in that current. See if I can get his head up.
Look at that red throat.
Yeah.
Good going, Kurt.
There he goes.
You got some points there, kid.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, lots of points on that one.
I believe he's another 7. Oh, look at that. The hook come right out.
There's a nice release.
Another 17-incher.
Good. Boy, those
Yeah.
are beautiful cuts.
Beautiful fish.
They fight a while when they're that size, huh?
He's off. Yeah, we want to fish about 2 foot off this little island here to our right.
Okay.
Right up towards the top end is where the fish usually are.
Okay.
Yeah, that's like, ah! Good
Ah,
one.
Another nice one.
yeah. Pretty good fish in this creek.
I told you.
Yeah.
I told you.
Okay, I'm going to try to
You want to
this-
step out, Larry?
don't need to.
Look at this huggermite shell. That's what.
Oh,
I'll turn the boat around. How's
That's
that?
another 16, 17 inches.
yeah, that's bigger than I thought. I didn't think it was as big. It's pretty good.
How's that?
Okay, well, I'll just scoot him right up here to you.
All right. Good.
And he's
He's not scooting season.
He's bigger than I thought. Get him coming, I'll just keep him coming.
There, beautiful fish. He's fat.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Whoa.
Boy, that's a nice one.
Look
Look how
that,
fat he is.
Hopper comes right off,
I don't know if
doesn't
he's
it?
that long, but he's sure fat. Another 17-inch
Oh, great.
fish. Beautiful cut today.
Yeah, that hopper comes right
There
off
he goes. He's right.
as soon as you get him in the net.
Okay, let's go right down this gravel bar and anchor up.
Down over there.
There's some good fish just off that swift side of it.
Okay. Whatever you say, Maestro.
Yeah, he's doing all right, huh?
Yeah. Well, we got tomorrow. We'll be over at the Snake in Jackson tomorrow.
Right. Well, good luck over there, Curt.
Well, same to you. I don't know who I'll be fishing with tomorrow. I guess who you going to fish with? Joan Wolf?
Joan Wolf tomorrow. That'll be neat.
Join us again next time for more Fishing the West.